there's a reason Pittsburgh keeps being singled out in polls and publications for a restaurant scene nationwide, even worldwide. Our area is home to some creative chefs and great restaurants.
Indeed it is, and there are so many restaurants to choose from, and the options just seem to keep growing.
Yeah.
So when it comes time to decide where to eat out, it can be a little overwhelming at times.
That's where our next guest comes in. We welcome Hal B. Klein of Pittsburgh Magazine, here to talk about the annual Best Restaurants issue for June, with 34 picks for every budget and every taste. We welcome back Hal. Good to see you.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me back.
With an assignment like that, how did you come in here weighing less than 300 pounds?
It's all an illusion, you know. Buying really nice fitted clothes.
You got a bodysuit on, right?
I also, I was out once and someone was like, "How do I recognize you?" And I'm like, "Oh, because I'm the person that comes into the gym where you work at 10 p.m. on like a Tuesday night and not looking happy to be there." That's the way to do it. So.
Well, you have a whole panel of people who help decide the best restaurants, right?
Yeah, so we've got a group of about 25 people, and every year starting in September, we meet once a month. And have these like very vivid, fierce discussions about where we've eaten, what we like and what we don't like. And throughout the month, we also have these long email chains. And so by February, we have one last debate. We kind of narrow it down to a list of, I'd say, about 65 this year.
Wow.
Voted on those, and in the end, 34 made the cut. So there was a pretty clear break in percentage of where it was.
Okay.
35 actually made the cut, but Dish Osteria, one of the more beloved restaurants in Pittsburgh, closed in between the selecting of the list and the publishing.
Well, listen, right up front, be honest with us. Now, you're from the San Jose area and California, so you're not a native Pittsburgher.
Are you going to remind me of last year?
Be honest, what oh, with the Sharks? Yeah, sorry about that. Hey, anyway, what do you think about Pittsburgh restaurants? How is Pittsburgh as a restaurant city?
It is.
Where does it rate?
Honestly, it's the most exciting place I've ever lived. Because in the 6 or 7 years that I've been here, I think you can see the development, you can see the growth that's happened. And I think when you look at the list, people are more interested in dining. I think Pittsburgh as a whole is a city that's just gone through like this revitalization and has this energy from food to arts to tech to everything, to architecture that's going on. And so part of that is having a city that's a really creative, interesting dining city. Yep. And we're seeing that from the highest end to the most casual end as well.
When you hear that great chefs love coming here because it's affordable to actually open a restaurant compared to New York City or for San Francisco.
Yeah, and you look at a place like Cure, for example, which is in Upper Lawrenceville, that is now, winning accolades everywhere. Justin Severino, the chef owner, gets nominated for James Beard Awards. He gets featured in Food and Wine, Bon Appetit. And he built that restaurant like with his own hands.
Yeah, that's great.
And was able to afford to find a space in a neighborhood that, 6 years ago people thought, "Whoa, what are you doing up there?" And now it's a neighborhood that's really vibrant and really exciting.
And that's in Lawrenceville?
Right, in Upper Lawrenceville.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with the list because we want to get to the best new restaurant in your Best Restaurants magazine, and it's Apteca.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
So I love this place, and I also love what it says about the list this year, that we've selected for our best new restaurant a 100% vegan restaurant that focuses on Eastern and Central European cuisine.
Wow.
And it's really, one of the things we talk a lot about is what is a restaurant and what defines a restaurant. And I think in a lot of senses, they have the traditional parts of a restaurant. Everyone there is really warm, everyone there is really welcoming, the food is really delicious, but it's also very casual, it's very fun. You walk in, you order at the counter.
So it was in your budget list too, which surprised me.
Nothing. I don't think anything there's over $15.
Wow.
And when you say a vegan restaurant, do they not serve meat?
No meat at all.
Wow.
No butter even. Everything's cooked in oil.
Can you imagine? I mean, 15 or 20 years ago, can you imagine
a whole restaurant
talking about a whole restaurant with no meat on the menu?
Yeah, and here's the thing about everything too: is everything they serve is also delicious. Yeah. So it's not like a place where you would go and feel like you're making a sacrifice.
Yeah, right. Yeah. This is healthy, but I don't really like it.
Sure. Yeah, it's not. You're not like, oh, I'm eating, just like a pile of oats with seasoning.
Well, you've got
the people that run it are chefs.
So many cool categories: all-arounders, killer casual, fancy night out, best budget, and classic comfort. Which I love these categories because you're really going to find something that you love in each one.
Well, yeah. Here's another one we love: Chef of the Year, our own Bill Fuller. How about that? Congratulations, Billy.
Yeah, we'll talk about Bill in a second. The categories I think were really exciting this year because so we debate, I get the list, and then I got to figure out what am I going to do with it. And one of the things I realized this year was that there was such a diversity of choice, and so we were really able to break it down, and it's a really helpful service guide for readers.
Right.
Because, you know, some nights you want to go, you want to get really dressed up, you want to celebrate something special, maybe spend a little more money. But maybe on a Tuesday night you want to go out, but you still want to go to somewhere that we think is the best in Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, but more casual.
And if it's in your own neighborhood, so much the better, even if that's possible.
Yeah.
Who was on the panel? Who helped you judge?
That's a secret. It's a secret. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's been around for 25 years, and people really have maintained anonymity, which is great.
It's cool.
So Bill, I mean, he himself said, "Wait, I'm not even a chef at a restaurant. How did I get picked?"
Yeah, this was, so when I was in my office and I was thinking about
Look at this picture of him from the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
That's so classic.
The earring and the mustache.
I'm not saying we picked him because one of the first things I did when I started in the office a couple years ago was look through the back issues.
There's the Bill we know and love.
That's Bill today, which is great. But I remember looking through back issues, and I remember seeing 1998, which was the last time he was Chef of the Year.
Okay.
And I remember looking at that issue and seeing that picture and just thinking, man, how am I going to work this in someday?
Oh, I'm so glad you did.
And so luckily this year, when you looked at chefs that really did something, he managed to oversee a really seamless transition of chefs at Soba, Casbah, and 11.
Yeah,
that all got new chefs that have been working with the company.
The Big Burrito Group.
The Big Burrito Group.
Yep.
And that those restaurants all arguably stayed the same, or probably even got better in some way with that new energy. And I started thinking about, like, how did this happen? You know, and it really comes down to the way Bill has built chefs in Pittsburgh. And then I thought, he's not only done that in his restaurants, but so Cure, for example, who I just mentioned, Justin Severino used to work for Bill.
Oh, wow.
Union Standard, Derek Stevens' new restaurant, you know, the whole thing like that. If you go over to Whitfield, Bethany, the chef there, used to work for Bill.
Yeah.
And
So
that
many
was
of the
on and on
restaurants
and on.
in here are a result of chefs who came through Big Burrito Group.
Yeah, and
Lots of roots.
even stuff, you know, that I didn't really realize, like Penn Avenue Fish Company, Henry B. Dewey, also was a chef,
Wow.
you know, was a chef at Soba.
That's so cool.
Wow.
In the 90s.
We're going to have to send everyone to the magazine to see all of the highlights. But before we go, you have a big restaurants party?
Yeah, Best Restaurants Party is coming up on June 12th, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Most of the restaurants that are in the issue, you're going to be able to sample food from them, meet the chefs, meet their staffs.
Wow.
Where's the party? Where? Where's
At
the
Heinz Field.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Sounds like fun. Hal, thank you so much.
Thanks for coming
Thanks for
in.
having me.
Appreciate
All right,
it.
there's a way to sample all the restaurants in one place. It's Pittsburgh Magazine's Best Restaurants Party. That's Monday, June 12th at Heinz Field. Get your tickets now and pick up a copy of the June issue of Pittsburgh Magazines to read more about this year's picks. It's online and on newsstands now.